Today I've come to Ben Vorlich, or to give its full name, Ben Vorlich, not the one by Loch Lomond. That's because there's two Ben Vorlichs. You've always got to clarify which one you actually mean. Many years ago I arranged to meet somebody at Ben Vorlich and they did go to Loch Lomond. So we ended up in different places. It's about 90 minutes from Glasgow to get to the starting point. You have to come along a single path road, and then there's a small car park at the start. It's quite straightforward. Took a bit while to get here though, because I got stuck behind a lorry for the whole way. Oh, and there's a gravestone. It says, "Here lies the bodies of the MacDonalds buried when they tried to harry Ard Vorlich." I have no idea what the word harry means. I'll look that up when I get home. It basically means they tried to burn down his house. I have done Ben Vorlich before, but it's probably been about 10 years ago. I actually did a winter training course here, so it was covered in snow, and a man showed me how to self-arrest with an ice axe, and then we went to climb Ben Vorlich afterwards, and about halfway up I fell off and needed to self-arrest with an ice axe. It's amazing how quickly the training came back to me. I was always quite thankful of that. I also decided that I would never go up in snow ever again, so I've never been back. So it's quite nice to go up today because the forecast is sunshine, although at the moment it's very grey and cloudy, but I'm hoping that burns off. My memory of this hill is that it's quite straightforward. I think it's famed for being a beginner's Munro. There is a second Munro you can add on, Staca Cron, which I probably pronounced wrong. I've never done that one before, but if the weather looks good and I'm feeling fit, I'm going to add it on. We'll see how it goes. I can see the hill quite clearly now. There's a little bit of cloud on it, but I'm pretty confident the sun's going to burn it off. It should be pretty straightforward to get to the top. My memory is that there's quite a clear path. You sort of aim for the middle of the hill and then just follow it all the way to the top. I've lost the jumper because it's already starting to get quite hot and I was getting quite sweaty. I might need it later on if it's windy on top, but I don't think so. I'll probably be lugging it around unnecessarily. It's quite strange. On the way up, I was passing a hotel and had a sign on it saying, "Come in and see our world famous shark toilet." I have no idea what that is, but I think I might check it out on the way back. That's me out of the trees now. Path's still pretty good, and the sun is trying to get through, as I can see the top of Ben Vorlich now, and I can even see the cairn. I'm not sure whether my watch is in miles or kilometres, but it buzzed there to tell me 2, so either 2 miles or 2 kilometres, and that's 40 minutes it's taken. It's been mostly uphill, but the path, as I said before, is pretty good. I've come off the sort of best of the path, and now it's a bit more muddy, but it's been dry for so long, shouldn't be too much of a problem. It was about this point where I did my winter skills training. At the time I was part of a group called Glasgow Young Walkers, which is a ramblers group for people aged 20 to 40, and if you are that age, it's a great way to go out and climb the hills and meet sort of like-minded folk who like that sort of thing. Also, it's an age when a lot of people don't have cars, so it's a great way to car share and get to places. We came here for sort of the winter skills training, and just on the side of the slope we practiced using ice axes, and then we went up the sort of side of the hill here onto the slope, and it was at that point where I slipped and fell and I started sliding down the hill, and I was able to quickly remember how to take the axe out, put it in the ground and bring myself to a stop. So it's sort of not really true, they say, that, you know, when faced with death, your life flashes before your eyes. But it is probably true to say, when faced with death, your brain is really good at finding the bit of information it needs to save itself, because it quickly remembered how to use that ice axe. Disappointingly, it seems to be getting cloudier rather than sunnier. It's not all good paths. That's an hour of walking done. A little bit harder now. Path's a little rougher and it's got a little bit steeper. I just passed a man and he said he was at the top but didn't get a view at all. But I'm still hopeful. The sun is trying, although the cloud is proving a bit persistent. He says there's 2 people ahead of me, but other than that, there's nobody around. I've reached cloud level. It's pretty thin, so I think the top will be clear. So I might be able to see peaks, but I might not be able to see below it. I think I'm just below the top. I can see the cairn, or what looks like a cairn, and my chances of a summit free of cloud I think it's pretty good. My chances of a view, pretty bad. Made it to the top. Took 90 minutes. Last bit was a little bit steeper, but wasn't too bad. There's 2 other folk here. But as soon as I arrived, they left. Must have been something I said. Bakewell tart survived the journey up. Let's track it down. It's not there. Oh, water, that's important. Healthy crisps. Can of Pepsi. And last but not least, just hit my arm off the bit of rock of sort. Check this out. What? So I was going to say, someone's eating it, but that was me. I had a quick bite before I even left the van. The choice of where to go today. So I was thinking of heading up to Glencoe because the weather forecast looked really good. And I thought maybe do Papa Glencoe, really nice view from the top. And then I thought, or I could go to Calendar and go to the Runmore Bakery and get a really nice Bakewell tart and delicious sandwich. And I won. I'm not going to bother with Stackacron because it's cloudy and the view won't be any better than up here. I'd completely forgotten about this rock till I spotted it again. One time I was climbing Ben Vorlich with my brother and it was a very wet, rainy day. I decided to go and stand on top of that rock there. And he came down here to take a photo. And I thought, oh, that'll look cool. But as soon as I got off the rock, I slipped, landed in the mud, and ended up a wet bum for the rest of the walk. I've made it back to our Vorlich house. That was about 45 minutes of running, and the sun's come out now. Well, looking back, I still think it's a little bit cloudy up on top of Ben Vorlich, so I made the right decision not to go to Stackacron. But I think if you came in probably 2 hours' time, it'll probably be clear and it'll be alright. I haven't got time for that. I would say Ben Vorlich very much as a beginner's Munro. It's pretty easy. Nice big wide paths all the way to the top. Took an hour and a half to get up and it's taken 45 minutes to come back down again. Beautiful spot though, so if you are looking for something a little bit more challenging than the smaller hill, it's definitely a good starting point for tackling some of the bigger, more difficult Munros.